What's up, guys? Welcome back to TaylorMadeOtaku, and today I'm super excited. I got my boy back for the first time in like 3 months. Say what's up with my squad, dog.
Yo, what is going on, everybody? At TaylorMadeOtaku, the sheriff is here. Boy, and it's been a minute. It's nice to be back on your channel.
It's been a while. Been a while, bro. But we are here to talk about the one anime this season that's been talked about the most of the time in a bad way. But we're here to give it, to redeem its name. And I'm talking about Black Clover. Now, a lot of people on the internet, a lot of otakus around the world, they don't like Black Clover whatsoever. A lot of people just pile, just shovel of crap on it. And to be honest, neither one of us think that it deserves that type of treatment. So we're here to explain ourselves to you, the people. So, without further ado, let's get started.
Alright. So, I think the biggest thing, I feel like we can just take turns on this, but I feel like the biggest thing is Asta and Yuno being compared to Naruto and Sasuke. Now here's my thoughts on it. I mean, we're not gonna drop any spoilers because I read the manga, so I'm like 100 and something chapters in. So there will be no spoilers dropped. We're just gonna go by what's been talked about or what's been in the anime so far. So if you haven't watched the anime, you probably need to go check it out and click away from this video. But without further ado, just talking about their relationship. And that's the biggest comparison, right? It's, Asta and Yuno are like Naruto and Sasuke. But if you haven't watched the first episode, definitely do so. Because the biggest difference is that, like, Yuno and Asta, they're boys. And they're boys from episode 1. Naruto and Sasuke completely hate each other. Like, they don't associate with each other at all. Like, they kind of make you think that Yuno doesn't like Asta, but in the end of the first episode, he's like, no, Asta will whoop your ass. Like, just give him a minute. Like, he's not weak like you think he is. And he cheers him on, which is completely like the twist, because you think the relationship is one way when it's actually another. Like, they're actually boys. How do you feel, cuz, about Yuno and Asta's relationship versus Naruto and Sasuke?
To be honest with you, the only comparison that I can actually see is Asta's like hyperactive like Naruto, and Yuno's quiet like Sasuke. That's basically it. Like, other than that, it's okay. Asta doesn't have any, magic, and Yuno is a freaking prodigy and everybody loves him. That's also close, but there's a difference between Naruto and Asta. Asta has nothing. Naruto just didn't have, it's not like he didn't have it, he didn't know how to control it, so it went crazy. So it's the journey of him getting better control of his chakra, getting more chakra, controlling that. That was Naruto's thing. Asta's whole thing is, okay, I have a dream, I want to be the Wizard King. Oh yeah, that's too. Naruto wanted to be Hokage. Asta wanted to be, Wizard King. So yeah. Naruto sucked at chakra control, and Asta doesn't have any magic, so he can't technically be a wizard. But we don't know that. We don't know that. Like you said, you read the manga. I don't. I read the first two chapters. That was about it. Because I could see the pacing was a whole lot different in the manga than it was in the anime.
Yeah, and I think that's another thing too. For people who watch the anime, I think another big issue with people is the pacing, because Black Clover takes like the first third of its episode to recap you. And yes, I understand that is an issue, which I agree with. You shouldn't take a third of an episode to recap. I understand that 110%. But if you guys, like, I know I keep emphasizing read the manga or look at the manga, but if you really want to get the full feel of Black Clover and kind of how it paces, definitely, I really do strongly advise you to at least check out maybe like the first arc or read the first volume. Actually, read the first volume. Me and you both got the first volume in Loot Anime. Shout out to Loot Anime. But but like the biggest thing about not Loot Anime, but the biggest thing about Black Clover is that the pacing through its arcs are really, really fast. It doesn't take long for them to jump into one arc into the next arc, which I actually really, really like about Black Clover's pacing, because they introduce a character, which in the anime, I believe, did they introduce Noelle yet? The girl with the white hair?
Yeah, they already introduced her.
Okay, so I just want to make sure I said this, because this is kind of spoilerish, but it's already been debuted in the anime, so if you haven't seen it, you haven't seen it, sorry. But they introduced Noelle, and literally she has her little character arc, like literally in one arc, and then it's done, and her character is like literally established. It's awesome. Like, we don't spend like 8 arcs on one character, like Naruto and stuff like that, where characters had like their arcs and they were very long arcs. You know what I mean? For their character development. Where in Black Clover, everything is to the point and delivered very, very quickly. So like you get like, so as far as the pacing goes, Black Clover anime feels like it's slower, but if you read the manga, it's a completely different feel. I know you've read a little bit of the manga, cuz, so like, how do you feel about the pacing from like the volume 1 and then it translating over into the anime?
You know, it's funny because like you said, I don't read the manga. Like, I read literally the first 2 chapters, and I'm just comparing the manga to the anime, and I'm saying they can't go at this pace. This is way too fast for an anime. Like, where the anime really fails isn't the pace, it's kind of like, I can't even think of the word for it, but the sequences, I'll go with that. Like, how the manga starts off, it starts off with the fight, right? And the anime starts off with them as orphans being shown as babies being picked up by the we didn't need that. That could be something that's not like the very first thing you see. If you want to like grip somebody into something, like the first thing that you need to see is that fight, and we got that fight in like, I think the beginning of the 2nd or the 3rd episode. And by then, like, I didn't care. Like, there was like no like world building in the first episode. It was literally, let's jump into like the middle of the first chapter, and then like, let's put this here and this here and this here and this here and this. The sequences was just all out of whack, but it could have been dope. But as far as like the pacing for it goes, you can't make an anime that fast. You can't say, okay, the entire first episode or first 2 episodes is the first chapter, because that was a long chapter. A lot of stuff happened, but there wasn't much, I guess, world building, I could say. Besides, that flashback needed to be longer than it was in the manga, and the one in the anime was, it was just right. And the entire like episode where they were actually on their way to the capital, that didn't need to be an entire episode, but it still needed to, I think that needed to be in the anime, period. Because in the manga, they just went from the church and they were just in the middle of the exam. And I'm just like, what happened to the walk? Like, what happened to the Lord of the Rings part? Like, why aren't they just walking in the forest? Like, what's going on? So, as far as, the pacing goes, they can't, the pacing for the manga doesn't work for anime. But,
and like, yeah, like I said, like, it's not all, like, the anime, like I said, it's not the anime's fault, because they have to take, this, like, these, because Black Clover is a fast-paced manga, like, they jump in and out of things very quick, and then for, in anime, that, the translation between manga and anime is like, okay, how do we easily transition from this moment to the next moment, so it doesn't feel like we're flying through it? So that's why they did the episode with the walk, and like, I understand that, because they're trying to slowly transition into things where, like, in the manga, things are happening at a faster pace. So, like, it's one of those things, like, it's just sometimes it gets lost in translation a little bit, but that happens with a lot of anime and manga, manga into the anime adaptations. It's because they have to find a way to pad it out, because if the anime was as fast paced as the manga, literally we would have been through the first volume in like 3 episodes. We would have been through it in like 3 episodes, bro.
That's way too fast.
Like we would have been through the first. We would have been through. Asta would have, by episode 3. Asta would have joined the Black Bulls. Like, that's how fast it would have been. So, like, it's a different beast, but like. For me, I enjoy Black Clover. Like, I do watch it. Like, I do watch it. Like, I know people have an issue with the sub and Asta being the loudest sub character to ever exist in anime. Period. But
I've never cringed so hard. That's the only time a voice has ever made me cringe.
So, I mean, if you guys don't like the sub, I actually hear that Funimation has like a really good dub of Black Clover.
It is really dope.
Austin is not overly annoying in it, so definitely watch the dub. It's the first time I've ever said watch the dub in a long time, because I'm a sub boy. But if you have an issue with it, watch the dub, because I really want people to actually really give Black Clover a decent chance. It's not that bad. I mean, honestly, Black Clover is going to be around for a while. It just got announced a video game, like, and there were literally only 10 episodes into the anime. So, like, it's gonna be a series that's gonna be here for the long haul. So if you like, I'm not forcing you to say if you like it, you like it. If you don't like it, tell me why in the comment section below. If you guys have read the manga and you're watching the anime, what are your gripes with it? I really would like to know that also in the comment section below to start a conversation, because there are a lot of noticeable differences as far as the pacing. Because if you ask any diehard Black Clover fan, or just anyone who reads the manga, they will tell you without a doubt that the anime and the manga's pacing is completely different. So that's pretty much everything we had to talk about, right, guys? We pretty much did it.
Like, I think, because we've gone over what we think, the gripes. That dub is legit, though. That is actually a really good dub. It's really good. Yeah, like, Black Clover is not a bad anime. Like, it may be annoying, but it's not bad. Like, I've seen bad anime.
Suzuka.
Don't you burn that bitch.
We'll say that for another video.
Oh. Yeah, I've seen bad anime. I've seen just terrible writing. Like, Black Clover is good in a lot of different aspects. Could it be? I think the one thing that really killed Black Clover was the hype that everybody was giving it. Like, it's not like this was like Attack on Titan, because Attack on Titan came in with like zero hype and then all of a sudden exploded into a worldwide phenomenon. Black Clover came in with a lot of hype, and one thing that you can do to ruin anything is hype it up to astronomical proportions. Because if you ask like YouTubers from like the Anime Man to like Noble to like Mother's Basement, like a lot of anime YouTubers said this was going to be the next big shonen to replace, you know, Bleach and Naruto and all them ending. You know, Boruto was supposed to place Naruto, but Boruto's ass. So Black Clover was supposed to be right there with My Hero Academia. And Boruto, I guess it's supposed to be that third, to be the new big 3. But like I said, Boruto is trash. Fight me if you want to in the comments. I don't really care. But Black Clover is definitely worth a watch. Just don't go into it thinking, oh my god, this is horrible. Just go in, watch it for what it is, and you will enjoy it. Just don't be critical about it. That's what I got.
I mean, yeah. I think I think you hit all the strong points, but I think that's anime in general. Like even, I mean, this is a topic for a different video, but like even Dragon Ball Super, everyone has their gripes with it. I literally, as long as I'm watching people throw hands, I'm fine. I am 100% okay. I'm like, bro, I came for Dragon Ball for fights. If you give me fights, then I don't care. Yeah, sometimes they have an ass full. Every now and again, does it upset people? Yeah, but it's like I'm still getting. At the end of the day, if I am entertained, I'm okay. Like if it's good, it's good. Like I'm not gonna lie. If it's good to me, then I like it. I mean, I feel like a lot of people went into Black Clover with the complete opposite because people were like, yeah, it's gonna be completely awesome or whatever, you know, like, or people went into like, this is gonna be great. This is gonna be, you know, this is a contender for one of the next big. And I think that's another thing, which this is gonna ramble on, but just final thing is when you go into something and saying, yo, this is gonna be the next Bleach, this is gonna be the next Naruto. I think that's what hurt Black Clover too, because everyone was like, oh, this is gonna be one of the next big three. And you know, see, My Hero didn't. When My Hero first came out, no one said that about it. No one said that. No one gave it that recognition till people actually started watching it, and then they were like, yeah, this is a contender for next big shonen. Whereas Black Clover, everyone's like, yeah, everyone was already saying before they started watching it, yeah, this is contender for next big shonen, you know, to be on the cover of Shonen Jump or whatever. And then people went into it and they were like, this is kind of mediocre. But like I said, like I'm saying, 100 chapters in, for me, it gets way better. And I really like Black Clover now. It's one of my favorite reads right now. Right next to like Hero Aka and all the other guys. But I think just when you put that big 3 stipulation on it, people expect too much. And that's what I'm gonna leave it off on.
Expectations that can kill you. It's like that, what is it, Hitman Reborn? Which is like one of your all-time favorites, but it started off so slow and took so long to get to that one point to where it just exploded and became dope, right?
Yup. I love
thing.
I love that show.
Yeah, like it's the same thing with like Black Clover. Like it might take a minute to get big. That's what happened for Bleach. Bruh, I did not care about Bleach for a long time until like Kenpachi showed up. And then I started getting more and more into it. And then it just kept going and going. And Naruto, like the first episode hooked me, but then I got really, really bored. All the way up until like Gaara showed up and they started like the war with the leaf. That's when it got really, really good. And I'm just like, okay, like alright. Like it takes shonen like a while to like hit the ground running. You know, but yeah, that's all we got for you guys this time. If you like this video, leave a like. If you want to see something else, put it down in the comment section below. What are your thoughts on Black Clover? Like, do you think it's good? Do you think it's bad? Do you think it's meh? Put that in the comment section down below. Let's have a discussion about this. If you like me and you like what I do here, you like this channel, don't hesitate to subscribe. We're on the road to 100. I only need 3 more. Please help. Do me a huge solid, go subscribe to my boy Shootingstar Sheriff over there. He's got a bunch of dope content on his channel. I'll leave a link to his channel in the description down below. Until next time, guys, peace out.
Peace.